This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 1616, The Nice Person's Guide to Setting Boundaries, by Sara Stanizai of ProspectTherapy.com. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of ORD with me, your host and narrator, Greg Audino. Great to have you here today as we look towards another post. This time it's going to be coming from Sara Stanizai of Prospect Therapy. That's the practice she owns, located over in Long Beach, California. And she's got some insight on boundary setting, a very essential topic, no doubt. So let's see what she has to say and start optimizing your life. The Nice Person's Guide to Setting Boundaries, by Sara Stanizai of ProspectTherapy.com. Yeah, okay. You keep hearing about the importance of setting boundaries, and you kind of have an idea of what people mean by that. It's just saying no a lot more frequently, right? How do you set limits without hurting people's feelings? Especially when you don't even intend to be hurtful, but people take it the wrong way. Sometimes it feels easier to just give in and hope the other person notices that they're asking too much. Newsflash? They won't. Not unless you tell them. But it is okay. Here are some guidelines for setting healthy limits and not feeling guilty about it. What's your problem? No, I'm really asking. Next time you have that uneasy, resentful, withdrawn, or angry feeling, it might be because your boundaries are being crossed. Oh my God, stop saying boundaries. So, what does that really mean? Maybe someone is taking advantage of you, or you've agreed to something that you don't actually agree with, or you're waiting for an apology that is not coming. Sound familiar? Yes, those are all annoying things. But what's underneath them? Did you get surprised or put on the spot? Are you feeling steamrolled or dismissed by the other person? Is it that you're being asked to spend more money or time or energy than you actually have? Did this happen one too many times? Ask yourself what's really underneath your anger. Is it sadness, hurt, shame, or fear? When you know what the problem is, you can more easily decide your bottom line. Offer options. You know your bottom line. Now find out theirs. Oh, by the way, you don't have to do this one. You can just say no to whatever the request is. But you're a nice person, so you aren't ready to do that. For example, you could say, I'll do it this time. But next time, can you either run this by me first, give me more notice, or at least offer to help? I don't mind you asking, but can you ask me in private? I felt like I had to agree because I was put on the spot. Well, I wanted to do this instead. Which one should we do first? Can we do that next time? This way, the other person has an option, instead of just take it or leave it. People respond positively when they feel like they had a choice in the matter, even if they don't get what they wanted. Bonus, this also teaches the other person how to treat you in the future. Instead of just saying no, which I promise you could still do instead, you're explaining why. Now they know how they should bring this up from now on, how much time you need, or that you hate surprises. Give lots of positive reinforcement. If you notice that someone did respect your limits one time, your energy, emotional labor, or money, especially without asking, point it out. I really appreciate you offering to help. I can do it this time, but I might ask for your help next time. Thanks for checking with me first. Sure, let's go. Thanks for checking with me first. Now that you mention it, I was thinking that it might be better if we did this instead. The key to this one is being honest about what works for you. If you practice getting in touch with what your limits are, see number 1 that we talked about, you'll notice them with enough time to actually speak up. Now you're being nice, but also not overextending yourself. Bonus round, negative reinforcement. This is actually my favorite one, but it's a little bit less nice. Negative, in this case, just means taking something away, not doing something negative. You're not giving the person what they were trying to get from the situation. When someone does or says something that I don't want to happen, I simply don't acknowledge it. Person interrupting you? Ignore, then keep talking. Person telling a bad joke? Just let it hang over the dinner table like the embarrassment that it is. Maybe change the subject. Person saying something condescending, offensive, or straight up objectifying you to your face? Do the nice lady pursed-lipped face and say nothing. When they don't get what they're looking for, the hope is that they'll eventually stop, although some people can't be helped. Perhaps this one is reserved for people that don't deserve your energy. It still works, though. Notice how you can do these without attacking the person, bringing up the past, or shaming them, and you're still getting your needs met, and hopefully encouraging them to remember this for next time. Try these for a few weeks and see if the way people treat you starts to change. You just listened to the post titled, "The Nice Person's Guide to Setting Boundaries" by Sara Stanizai of ProspectTherapy.com. And thanks so much to Sara for another wonderful post from her and the Prospect Therapy team. Definitely a wonderful article for helping us bridge that interpersonal gap when we're frustrated with someone. And what I mean is that oftentimes when we have pent-up emotions that we haven't expressed to someone, when we're finally ready to do so, this expression is often accompanied by rage or anger. In some ways, it seems to propel us forward and might seem easier because we can just move forward without considering the nuances of their feelings and an actual conversation. But this is important if we're going to make true relational progress, because both parties' needs have to be considered. So, whether it's about boundary setting or something else, if you're trying to make a change with someone, consider how you can do so in such a way that makes both of you feel safe and works towards a common shared goal instead of a singular one. And this is all said by one of the people Sara was talking about, who is probably way too nice about these things. But that'll do it for this episode, everyone. Thanks a lot for being here and enjoying this post with me. And if you really enjoyed it, I invite you to join me in our weekly bonus episode as well, which is live now. You can find it right after this episode in your ORD feed, and we would love to have you there. So thanks once more for listening, and I hope to see you in our extra episode today, where your optimal life awaits.